What happened to FCW?
I've been asked that question multiple occasions today. I was one of the witnesses to Devin's tryout at FCW, and it was entertaining and rather unique. I think I told Jeremy maybe about a year ago when we first met.
Yeah, he told me about it, and it's a story I'll never forget. I mean, I found it hilarious. If you don't mind me telling it.
Go ahead.
So we're at a barbecue at another wrestler's house. He's throwing a barbecue. I'm there. He's there. Jay Lethal's there. A few other guys. Anyways, we're out there. We're having some burgers and stuff. And
Hannibal gets brought up.
The subject of Hannibal comes up because he's got to wrestle him later that day. The matchup you guys saw in Hawkesbury. And so he starts telling us about his first time he saw Hannibal.
My first encounter with Hannibal.
Your first encounter, which was at the FCW tryouts in Florida.
Yeah.
And so at those tryouts, Pat Patterson showed up and he was making a speech, and he said how one of the problems with WWE right now is that it's all the same guys doing the same moves, and it's, you know, he wants to see something different. He tells the guys, like, show me something different. Show me something different, you know?
A lot of us were pretty intimidated from Pat Patterson coming in because he's a legend. So,
see, I'm not intimidated because I know him from Montreal.
Well, there you go.
I speak French with him. We're on the same level, you know?
Well, I speak Spanish.
Nobody's perfect.
Okay, there you go. But no, Pat Patterson came in there and he sat us all down, and he had seen a couple guys, and he was already sick of it. He was just like, show me something different. Like, I'm sick of all the same shit, so to speak. And here comes Hannibal.
Yeah, so the way he tells it is like, Hannibal's match was up next. So he's against some guy. I don't know who the guy was or what he looked like. And the match is going on. Right from the start, Hannibal like locks up with the guy, bull rushes him into the corner, starts beating on him, clubbing him, like all the, you know, if you guys have seen Hannibal, you know what he does. Starts clubbing him and beating on him, and he's like, they said at the start of the camp, they're like, no chops. Yeah. No one wants to do chops. And Hannibal starts chopping him and chopping the life out of the guy. And then at one point, he goes to club the guy. I think the guy ducked down, and he caught him right in the nose, busts the guy's face open. The guy's now bleeding, and Hannibal's putting this beating on him. And then at some point, the guy throws a punch that he later described to me was like just like a straight jab right on the ear.
To his ear.
Like a full force jab right on the ear. And then all of a sudden, Hannibal just loses it, grabs the guy, starts beating on him. The match comes to an end.
No, they finished it. They finished the match. I actually think it was a shoot pin. I think Hannibal ended up pinning him, and that's how it ended.
Okay,
if I remember.
New details unfold in the story. So the match ends, and then all of a sudden Hannibal just loses it on the guy, starts saying he's gonna kill him, starts saying the guy doesn't belong in the business, that he's unsafe, that he's dangerous, that he's gonna just talk all kinds of smack about the guy.
The kid goes running. And the kid goes running.
That I didn't know.
Steve comes in. Steve comes in to calm him down.
And then, so he's telling Hannibal, he's like, whoa, calm down. He's like, no, this guy's unsafe. I can't hear out of my ear. He's dangerous. He's like, but man, look at him. He was bleeding. You beat the crap out of this guy. He's like, no, I was safe with him. I was safe. He was dangerous. I can't hear out of my ear. He doesn't belong in here. So then, once everything's settled and, you know, Hannibal goes out, everyone's kind of looking around with blank looks on their faces, and they're all like, man, like, who is this guy? And then all of a sudden, and this is the part I love in the story, is he's like, the last thing is Pat Patterson with a big smile on his face, just in Christmas face, and he's like, yep, that was different.
No, that's exactly what Pat Patterson said. He asked for something different, so you really can't blame Hannibal for that. But,
and knowing Hannibal, I mean, that must have been pumping him up as he's sitting there and hearing that, and he feels that way, that, like, you know, there's a lot of guys on TV that are the same and cookie cutter, and, you know, he could be there, but he's not, and so, you know, he wants to be different. And later on, I found out through Sylvain Grenier that Pat Patterson said Hannibal was the best heel they've seen in the last 10 years. And, you know, a lot of guys, I mean, I think there's an interview with Sylvain, he says the exact same thing. And, you know, Hannibal, he's legit, and he can get a little out of control sometimes, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
What does he say? He's legit, he works legit.
I want to feel it when I'm in the ring.
I want to feel it when I'm in the ring. I felt it. I think
I felt it more than anybody, really.
Yeah.
At least in recent years.